Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing Eclipsed headquarters. So recently with the spring cleaning update, they have moved around these emerald shards from pretty annoying places to actually some really cool puzzles and dungeons and stuff like that. So I feel like most players can figure out those dungeons, but this dungeon in particular is kind of hard to figure out, so I'm hoping to remedy that by making a guide on it. Let's go ahead and get started here. So what you need to 5 emerald shards to get into this dungeon. Besides that, you really don't need much for this dungeon. Bring some food. And yeah, so I've already done this dungeon twice now, obviously. And yeah, so I have a lot of food on me. But I wanted to make another video for you guys, and I don't upload that much, so just thought I'd make a video here. Alright, so I'm gonna drink some water here. Once you bring all the 5 shards, this is going to sparkle and unlock some more, and you just hover over your shards in your hotbar. And just like that, some lightning is going to strike, and that's going to open up for you. There it is. Alright, let's go and enter it. Make sure that you do get creating local instance. If you don't, then you have just wasted some shards, and that is tragic. Alright, let's go and organize my inventory real quick. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started at the first part. Now, I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure out this puzzle. I've never figured it out on my own. So I'm not sure if there's hints, but we're gonna go ahead and put in the code for this entry part. Big thanks to plusouplus for his video on this, and the code is gonna be some from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. Just like that, and it's gonna say crypt access granted. So let's go ahead and speed up to when I get over to the crypt. Alright, so once we make it to the crypt over here, let's go ahead and walk down the staircase and get a little water refill right here. So this dungeon is very much a puzzle dungeon. If you guys haven't done this dungeon before, it is known as one of the cooler dungeons in the game, but it's very puzzle orientated. There's not much fighting, if at all, actually. So it's gonna be much more about you figuring out what to do in the puzzles. So if you guys want to figure this stuff out on your own, I recommend not looking at this video from here on out. I'm sorry. I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure out how to do that code, but besides that, everything else is pretty intuitive for the most part. So you go up. If you want to figure it out by yourself, if you watch this video, you're going to go ahead and go up the east side on this staircase first. We're going to go up west later. And then this is the first little mechanic of this dungeon. So we have this guy sleeping. And we're going to wait. And then eventually he's going to wake up and he's going to show his sight lines. There they are. So if you step on that, you get thrown in jail. You take 3 hearts of damage. And yeah, see if you get out of there. But I'll show that in just a second. Let's go ahead and remove this. Now, over here is a food chest. So make sure you grab that. And the biggest thing you have to remember for this whole part, this room right here, you can't get into, or if there is, I don't know how. The biggest thing you need to have is the storage key. That is number 1 priority. If you don't have that, you can't progress. There's also a food chest here. Let's go ahead and get caught, so I can show you what to do if you get caught during this next puzzle. There's also a food chest in there if you guys didn't notice. But let's go ahead and walk in this guy's sightlines. And you're gonna take 3 hearts of damage and you get thrown in jail. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal up with the heal bow. Alright. And to get through this part, you have to shift. It's kind of weird. And you have to do this puzzle. So you have to watch this guy right here. He's looking straight, but he's gonna look to the side, kind of watching the jail, which is for some reason open. And he's gonna look away, and then you go over here. And then what you do is you F5. So he's gonna look towards me. Yep, and the sight lines are there. The moment he looks away, you go through and go behind him. And then he looks that way, and then you'll go straight through right there. So we'll wait one more cycle. Okay, we're good. Just like that, you made it out of jail. So make sure you don't get caught like that. Let's go and do this puzzle now. So the first thing you need to grab are these seeds, dry grains. And if you do get caught, by the way, you won't. You have to re-grab these dry grains and you don't have to re-grab the storage key. So you go over here, and you take your grains, make sure they're the grains, and you throw them in a fire. Then this guy is gonna walk out. He's gonna kind of glance at the room, and then you run. You grab the key from here, then you run back, and then you're gonna wait for him to enter the room. Oh, so that was this weird sidelines there. But as you saw, I lost the key there, so to redo that. So I'm gonna heal myself up, and I'll speed it up to when I actually beat it. Alright, so we got through that part now. He's going to walk back to his own room. And if you guys get caught at any point in that, this key will disappear. And especially right here too. It does disappear if you get caught right here. So his sidelines just went down. And yeah, alright. So once you get the storage key, the cafeteria one, and also the lab key, you're free to progress to this next part, which is on the west side of this entrance. There's nothing on the south side. Let's go ahead and head over here. There's nothing over there important, but you can kind of see a better view. If you kind of like the build, then that's a good place to go check. Alright, so what you do now is you throw in the lab key, and that particles spark right there, and then you push this button. Alright, and once you're done with the decontamination, you're going to go ahead and head into this part. So now it's a little more freeform from here on out. There's a few different places you can go now, but I generally go for the potion key. But over here is how you exit. So if you do forget the like the storage key or anything, you can exit through right here. So you guys ever forget something on the other side of the map? Other side of the dungeon, sorry, the map. Alright, so over here is the potion. So there's two ways to do this. I will show the cheese way, which might get patched, but what you do is you kind of look through this wall and you get it. Like that, and you won't do the puzzle. Now, I will try to do the puzzle if that ever gets patched, though. So you push this button first, it's going to spawn this guy. What you're going to do is you're going to wait for this block to hit over the green, and then you're going to push this button. So what I do is I usually wait for the drop, and once I see it drop, I push the button. And then you have to kind of do it fast. And like that, it's gonna open, and that's gonna let you get the key legit. So if you guys ever need to do that legit, if that ever gets patched, then that's how you do it. You hit this button, the slab is gonna move up, and you push the button when the slab hits over the green. All right, thanks for all this stuff over here is worthless, but this is a civ chest right there if you want. It's a civ uncommon. Nothing else over there. If you want to look at the lore block, there you go. It gives you a book. And then over here is nothing as well, so don't ignore that place. All right. Next thing, I guess we can do, let's do Guitar Hero. All right, so this is a Guitar Hero. It's very simple. I'm gonna need full focus for this because my brain is very tiny. But generally what's gonna happen is that these little notes are gonna fall down as I push the code that correlates with it, and you only have 3 mess ups. If you mess up 3 times, you take 3 heart damage. Let's go and hope you don't mess up. So you can see they're slowly coming down. And if you have laggy internet, just try to get used to it. See right there, I posted way too early. You hear the little note block sound. It's much more of a feel thing rather than an explain thing. Okay, so right there, I pushed the button, but it ate my input. Very unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and heal Bo over here. And we're going to go ahead and try again. So what happened there is I missed once it ate an input, and then I pushed right away too early. And it did 2 wrongs in a row. Let's go and try that again. Alright, and we have one little mistake there early, but that's okay. Once you finish that, you'll have a little jingle, and then you go in here. You can loot the civ chest if you want, and then you grab the key. Just like that. Alright, so final thing here is you have the logic puzzle. Now, logic puzzle is certainly a hard puzzle to figure out if you're not too good at them. If you guys don't know what logic puzzles are, you have a bunch of different kind of situations, and you have to figure out which one is right, if that makes sense. It's a natural spawn. So how it works, you look at this book, and what's going to say is this blank and blank has a correct place number, but this one has the correct number but wrongly placed. This one has no correct numbers, stuff like that. But because this is Minecraft and there's limitations, there's a trick to that. So I'm going to reveal that trick. If you guys ever want to figure this out on your own, then I'm going to give a solid warning. And now I'm going to explain it. So if anyone wants to try to figure this out by themselves, don't listen to this part. All right. So when you enter this room, you're going to look at the first room on the right. You're going to look at the third number. So that's 7. That's going to be my first number in the code. I'm going to look at this number right here, 4. So the first two numbers are 7 and 4. So the third number is the first number is the second number. Then you're going to go over here. You're going to go into the personal directors room, and it's going to be the number on the right. Oh, so 5. So the code is 745. A huge thanks to plusouplus for that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put this in. Oops. Oh, okay, that's fine. Just like that. There we go. All right. You're gonna grab this key. It's just a little finicky. Kind of have to mess around with it. There we go. Perfect. And that is the entire dungeon, guys. That is the HQ. It's a very simple dungeon, but really fun, especially with the reworks of everything. I really recommend trying it out. Just a fun dungeon. So you're gonna go and put the keys in right here. The particles correlate to which one it is. So this one is like iron looking. This one's stone looking. Just like that. They're gonna lock in, and this door is gonna open for us. Hit this button back here, and this elevator is gonna come down. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna show off the legendaries here, and again, another huge thank you to plusouplus. Seriously. SA, Simon's Adventures, is a great group. I recommend you guys join them. And speaking of groups, go ahead and join my Discord group down in the description below. It is a dungeon group. We do dungeon runs pretty much weekly at this point. So yeah, and we will always be willing to help you with this dungeon in particular and getting to this dungeon too. So with all that self-shilling out of the way, we're gonna grab that and the heal bow. All right, so these stack. They stack up to 3, if you guys are wondering, and they only stack if you don't log out. So, but this is a worthless piece of gear right now. This is nothing in the game, but the more important thing is the heal bow. So what happens is when you shoot someone, you get healed for 3 hearts. It takes 2 arrows and 2 durability, so you'll have a solid like 142 uses, and they'll heal 3 hearts. And then there's a cooldown for 10 seconds, and if you shoot someone with it, then you get weakness 1. So you can see right here, you can concentrate yourself too. See I got weakness on the side over there. So yeah, and then the loot here, don't expect full iron here. This is not what you get from here. This is actually the best way to get food in some good pots. As you guys can see, that's actually gonna finish up my stack of bread here. Super nice. Oh no, I already have a stack of bread. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching this this video. I had a great time making it. I hope you guys do EHQ soon. EHQ is a great dungeon. It's super fun, and it gives you some really great loot for food. And obviously, you can see the loot here, guys. You get glowstone, you get sugar, you get everything you can possibly need. as it's just a regular MineZ player. So please check out this dungeon, guys. The heal bow is amazing, by the way. Some people were wondering if the heal bow is worse or better after the rework is kind of got, and it is much better than it was before, and is almost as good as it was pre-nerf. It actually heals more hearts total than it was before it was nerfed. So, bear that in mind, you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.